Right, Summer Solstice 10. The sun's just about out. I think it's going to pour down with rain yet again. So we're going to make sure we grab the fella standing to the left-hand side of me to have a quick chat before it starts raining. Kenny Thomas, welcome to Summer Solstice.
Thank you very much.
How you been?
I'm good.
We bump into each other every now and then around the Essex and London area.
Yes.
How's the music? How's everything going for Kenny Thomas?
Busy. Never been busy. I mean, making music. Obviously, got the Frank Roll record out at the moment. The Keep the Faith record. Just about Oppo Loppo's doing a mix. Just about to drop a tune with Richard Earnshaw. And then there's my own album being made. It's busy, and the gigs crazy. Up and down the country, like.
Probably the last couple of years, you started sort of entering into an area where the gigs are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, aren't they? And the quality of the gigs as well has sort of started changing for you, haven't they?
Well, I'm out more live with the band, and also I'm out obviously doing the 80s festival, so I'm doing the lead vocals for Living in a Box. The two guys, you know, Marcus and Titch out of Living in a Box, I know them from back in the day, EMI Records, and Richard Derbyshire's not involved anymore, so I've doing that. That's busy. Yeah, and the whole soul scene's just doing very well. Soul music in general is having a real renaissance and a bit of a golden period, a golden era again, you know?
It certainly is.
It's great music being made here in stateside. It's great.
How did you get involved with Frank Roll? Tell us all about that.
Oh, I know them from one of their earlier albums when I actually, it's one of those, I can't remember how I met them, who didn't previously, you know what the soul games like, you just networking and they asked me to do a track with them on one of their albums, which I did. And obviously then they approached me again for this new, new album that Frank Roll's doing, and they sent me the groove, and I wrote that. But I'm in with Billy from Dry as a Bone writing now, and 5am. I'm just doing a mix with them at the moment on the track. So, yeah.
How have you, over the years? Of course, you go right back in the day, from the sort of early days of Kenny Thomas. Over the years, how have you adapted to the soul scene?
I suppose, in a certain sense. Well, one of the rules is to just keep doing what you do and do it well and make great music and great songs, because that never changes. I suppose the only adaptations that have taken place, I've jumped on a few house records here and there, I've done a few, jazz projects and stuff like that. But ultimately, I think what you do is you just keep the consistency and the continuity of what you do, and that somehow comes through. And fashions go round in cycles. So the old 80s sound and 90s sound now, lucky enough for me, is come back. So here, you're in vogue again. I mean, look at radio, some of the bigger radio stations, for instance, in the UK, don't mention names, but you've only got to look at the Martin Fry album at the moment, ABC. He's come back with that, was it Viva Love? Album went number 5 in the charts. That's an artist who's older than me, been around longer than me, still singing great, makes a record. All right, it's not soul music, but it's 80s. And there's an appetite for that 80s and 90s sound at the moment.
Certainly feel out there at the moment. Right, Summer Solstice 10. You're a regular to Summer Solstice. What are you going to bring different to the stage today?
Well, for a start, it's the first time I'm doing it here with a live band. Before, as you know, it's always been a PA format, it's a backing track, which is great, that works. But today it's with a really cooking live band with Ernie McCone and the boys. And we're going to do couple of my classics and maybe throw in an even
Got some new stuff from Kenny?
No, not new stuff today. I think we're going to hit you with a bit of an 80s classic that's going to make the crowd go a bit crazy, providing the weather holds out and it doesn't bloody rain anymore.
I'm liking the idea of that. What we got coming up from Kenny Thomas for 2016?
Well, the new album's still being made. We're recording that. Obviously, a lot more live dates. And some good house mixes coming up from the new album. But that's really it. Get the new album done, get that out there, and just keep going, keep gigging.
And being Essex boys, myself and Matt, when you're coming back to Essex, Kenny?
Normally when I come out to it, so I'm a Londoner, aren't I? But I don't live in London anymore, so for me, I've got to come down to Essex from Norfolk. Okay. I'm in Essex. I was in Essex last week. I think I'm back in there in a couple of weeks. I'm always in and out of Essex.
Good stuff. We like the idea of that. What's the best way they can find out any more about Kenny Thomas? What's the best way to get in touch?
Go on to kennythomas.info, or you'll find me on Facebook, which I think is kennythomas_UK, or Twitter is, I think, Kenny Thomas Soul Singer.
Liking the idea of that. Kenny Thomas, UK soul artist, keeping it alive.
Thank you.